So today I'm going to show you how to make this really delicious Vietnamese meatloaf, and I kind of tweaked it a little bit because I want to be healthier. Usually we use pork instead of turkey, but today I'm going to use turkey. So I hope you enjoy it. It's kind of like my family recipe, but not really because I kind of tweaked it a little bit. I hope my mom won't get mad at me, but anyways, I hope you enjoy it. And the ingredients and recipe are listed below. And once again, let me know what you think of it. But remember, this dish isn't going to take 5 minutes to make, so it's going to take a little bit longer than usual. So it's not a part of my 5-minute cooking video series, but I hope you enjoy it regardless. So let's get started.
For this Vietnamese turkey meatloaf, you will need a pound of ground turkey, a bunch of green onions, I use about 8 of them, 6 eggs, 1 pack of the vermicelli noodles from the bag, 8 ounces of fresh shiitake mushrooms, or if you have dried black fungus, that would be good as well. That is in the original Vietnamese recipe, but since I couldn't find any dry mushrooms around my neighborhood, I decided to get fresh mushrooms instead. And finally, some salt, pepper, and ground garlic. First, soak the vermicelli noodles in warm water for about 5 minutes. Then chop the white stalk of the green onions finely, and also chop up the mushrooms as well, finely. At this point, you should also chop up the green onions as well. Since I already pre-chopped my green onions, I don't have it shown in this video. Now take out the vermicelli noodles from the warm water and finely chop it as well. Now combine your turkey, green onions, and 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, and half a teaspoon of ground pepper. Then mix well with a spatula and add in your mushrooms and mix well until everything is combined. As you can see, very soon that the lighting will change. I was kind of testing it out, so sorry for the kind of bad lighting in the beginning of the mixing, but here comes. Whoop! There you go. There's some more light. So now just keep on mixing. Keep on mixing, and then you can add your vermicelli noodles and then mix some more. It's a lot of mixing in this recipe, but it's kind of a good workout for your arm. Definitely, I can tell you that. My arm was hurting right after. I know, it's pretty weak. Well, that aside, let's get back to the cooking. So now just add in your onions as much as you like. I love onions, so I can add a little bit more than I think my mom's original recipe calls for. Oh well. And now just mix again until everything is combined very well. Crack 4 of the eggs and beat them very well, and then add them to the mixture, and of course continue mixing. And you can always use a glove to mix with your hand instead of using a spatula like what I'm doing, so it's up to you. For the remaining 2 eggs, separate the egg white and the egg yolk, and then just add the egg whites into the mixture and then leave your egg yolks for later use. So you're almost done, just a couple more ingredients. So next is going to be 1 teaspoon of sugar. I used brown sugar, but you can use any kind of sugar that you like. And then 1 teaspoon of my secret sauce. Not really secret, but it's fish sauce. Yep, it's our favorite in the Vietnamese cuisine. If you don't have that, that's fine. Salt is adequate. And that's everything. So now you can do your final mix and add everything into a baking dish and get ready for steaming. So since I don't have a steamer, I kind of created my own. Basically just put a little bowl on the bottom, put it upside down, and add water into a big pot, and then put your baking dish on top of it. put a lid over the baking dish and steam for about 30 minutes on medium heat. After 30 minutes, beat the 2 egg yolks that you put aside earlier and mix them well, then spread them evenly on top of the meatloaf. Then steam it for another 5 minutes without the lid on, so the egg yolks won't cook and you'll get a really pretty glossy layer on top of the meatloaf. And you're done! Let it cool down a little bit and then you can start cutting into portions and start eating. Yay! You can cut it into any shape that you like, it doesn't really matter, so I just cut it into triangular and rectangular shapes, but it's up to you. And then just set it on your plate and then you can eat it with vegetables, rice. The original Vietnamese recipe usually has grilled pork or grilled chicken, and you can add any other toppings that you like, but since I only had kale and some arugula at home, I just had that with my brown rice and quinoa. And then I also have pickled Vietnamese carrots and daikon, and that's it. And then the next day I decided to eat it with lettuce and tomatoes, and then of course our secret fish sauce and more pickled vegetables. And then the last image that you see is the meatloaf that I made previously with the dry fungus, so it looks a little bit more colorful than the fresh mushroom, but regardless, they both taste the same. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you have any questions or comments, let me know. Write down below as always, and enjoy!